Good evening. Welcome back to the Glazov gang, our second segment of this episode. Our guests this evening, or gang members I should say, Dwight Schultz, who played Murdock on NBC's The A-Team, Nonie Darwish, a modern-day freedom fighter, and also the author of the new book, The Devil We Don't Know, and Tommi Trudeau. I think the best thing one could say for now is the founder of the new Kiss the Chairman campaign on behalf of your leader, beloved leader, Barack Obama. Am I correct?
Chairman Barack Obama.
Chair Barack Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. This segment of the program, I want to discuss Operation Fast and Furious gun running scandal. It looks like Holder is in big trouble. There's some kind of a cover-up going on here, and also in some respects, an attack on the Second Amendment is involved here. Dwight, can you educate our viewers as to what's going on here?
Well, today, Darrell Issa brought some information. Some documents were leaked to the committee, and these were classified documents, so the committee's not supposed to have them. But they read through them. They are applications for wiretaps, and they were in the possession of the Justice Department, way up in the Justice Department, all the way to Holder, long prior to Holder's appearance, where he said he didn't know anything about Fast and Furious. Applications for wiretaps must, by law, be extraordinarily dense and complete in terms of the evidence that you have to listen in on someone's phone conversations. So they're filled with information. They must by law. And then there are summaries that are made, which also must include all of the relevant information. That is given to the Attorney General or to Lanny Brewer, next in the DOJ, and they look at this information. Then they go to a judge and they say, we want the permission to tap the wires of these individuals. Right. Now, Holder had denied knowing anything. Now, Darrell Issa and the committee have absolutely stone cold evidence.
They found emails as well.
Well, they had plenty of emails, yeah. But this is something that they had to use to ask a judge to allow them to perform this function of wiretapping. Right. So that means they had to know. Certainly, Lanny Brewer knew, but Holder today he went so far as to say that one of the emails referring to Fast and Furious didn't refer to Fast and Furious, but to Wide Receiver, even though Fast and Furious was in the email about these applications.
Right. So Dwight, but sum up, how serious is this scandal? I mean, once again, just like with Obama's membership in the Socialist Party, the new party, lies, cover up. Now they're covering up in this scandal as well.
Yes. Again, the contempt citation is waiting to be thrown on the table. And that has to do with the Republicans. They have to do it. They must throw the contempt citation, hold Holder in contempt, and then let the game play out. Because Holder today, you saw him, he's not answering any questions. He's asked a question and he answers it with another, he takes it astray.
Nonie, how do you see this?
I see this that the media really is behind all of this reckless behavior of the Democratic Party. And
they give them a free pass?
Oh yeah, Eric Holder, since he took office, was very arrogant. He suggested bring the terrorists in Guantanamo to bring them to New York. He was totally reckless, and finally, he always felt both him and Obama that we're above the media. The media's in our pocket, so they just don't care about the law.
Yeah.
And what happened is finally he got caught. Yeah. And he still thinks he's above the law.
Could this become like an Ann-Contra scandal to some extent, or the media will? Yeah. I mean, they picked on the Reagan administration, but the media is not.
But the media is not mentioned. I only see the story on Fox News, and the American people are not really, paying too much attention, and it is going to be. Eric Holder is is going to be the fall guy.
Okay, one second.
for
Before we move to
Obama.
Tommy, Dwight or Nonie, how is this also connected to the attack on the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms?
Well, there were there were emails that were discovered actually by a CBS reporter, where the authors of the emails were talking about how wonderful this was, for it would help us in the gun control issue. You see, that's one of the Republicans have to use this information. I mean, I would think about this. We sent 2,000 automatic weapons down into Latin America. That's really what this administration thinks about Hispanics.
Yeah.
Oh, they can die as long as we can attack the Second Amendment, because one of Obama's promises was to get a hold of gun control.
Okay. Tommy, your view on, number one, this attack on gun control on the Second Amendment, and also the cover-up here.
Well, first off, before I get into that, I want to say how much I admire Nonie and Dwight for their commitment, their courage, and their intelligence. And they will make excellent comrades when they are assimilated. Now, it's funny now.
Okay.
Yeah, assimilation is never funny.
You're implying, of course, that Obama's going to win in 2012, correct?
It's decided, yes.
Okay.
Okay, now, it was an operation gone awry. Many operations down through history have went awry. You cannot blame the chairman for one operation that went south, literally went south, and a few hundred guns.
Thousands.
1,000 guns, thank you, Dwight. 1,000 guns got into the hands of the cartels. But there's been many operations under many presidents that have gone south. As far as the Second Amendment, I am all for the right to bear arms for the members of the party. The sheeple
What party?
can't... The party in charge.
Oh, okay.
All scandals start with a cover-up. It's not the story that we're interested in. Even if it's a mistake, sending guns to Mexico, just admit it and say we made a mistake. We're trying to fix it right now. It's the lying to cover up the scandal. That's what happened to Nixon. That's what happened in Iran-Contra.
Yeah.
Every scandal is because of a cover-up, and it's not because of the
But
original
just a second,
story.
exactly. But Tommy, in terms of the Second Amendment, you're saying that you're not opposed, the people who support Obama, you're okay with them having guns, right?
The members of the party, yes.
Can own guns.
Yes.
But how about the people that oppose Obama and your chairman?
You have the members of the party, and then you have the masses, the people. You can't give sheep a gun. They don't know what to do with it. You must be trained. You must be politically trained.
You must be
know.
kidding.
Okay. Now, Dwight, let's sum this up then. How do you think this one's going to play out?
Once again, it's first of all, now that you know that Barack Obama is a bold-faced liar about who he is and what his intentions are,
Right.
you now, just as in a court of law, somebody lies, you as a jury member don't have to accept anything that he says. I think you see that Eric Holder is following the dictates of the President of the United States. They had many plans, socialist plans, things that they were going to do to radically transform the United States of America, and this was part of it. They got caught. They got caught, and now what they're doing is just stonewalling, hoping that this will get past the election.
Yeah.
But it will, if Republicans are smart and they throw the contempt citation down against Holder, it will play out faster and more to the Republicans.
I think Romney's got to move on both.
He's got to move.
Romney's got,
Yeah,
Romney's got to move on what Stanley Kurtz has discovered about the new
Yes.
party membership,
Right.
and he's got to move on this cover-up. on
That's
Fast
exactly
and
right.
Furious. Nonie, how do you think it'll play
Yeah.
out?
We have to be very aggressive now. Republicans are, put aside this idea that we're above this. What John McCain did in his elections against Obama, I'm above it, it doesn't work. We have to play with all our cards. We have to be very aggressive, expose them because they need to be exposed.
Yeah,
They
even in
need-
terms of the lies,
yeah.
it's funny, I can't, one of the books that came out on Obama, the agent was actually saying that he was born in Kenya for many years. You were following that? And whether he was born in Kenya or not, it's interesting that Obama actually let that go for many years. I mean, everybody knows what their agent is saying about their book being published.
Listen, Obama has said so many things about himself. It is perfectly legitimate for people to wonder who the heck he is. And I brought this up before, but when he spoke at Georgetown University, he blocked out the name of Christ in Latin with a black painted plywood box. Why in God's name would you choose a Catholic university and do that?
Right.
What
Exactly.
happens,
Yeah.
this is the stuff of conspiracies. People begin to ask, well, why?
Absolutely.
When no one else would do that.
Tommy, closing word on number one, how you think the Fast and Furious gun running scandal will come out in terms of what Eric Holder has been caught. You have to admit that. How do you think it'll play out?
It'll be a non-issue. It'll be an absolute non-issue. This is just something that's been brought up to stir the pot. It will all fade into obscurity.
But now you might be right, but is that fair that the media has this double standard in terms of completely giving Obama and the Democrats always a free ride when it comes to these cover-ups and scandals? Are you personally concerned that there's a cover-up and lies here in terms of the scandal?
No,
Why?
for instance, everyone saying the socialism was covered up. That is not true. It has always been on the great site of the people, the People's Cube. ThePeoplesCube.com. You could log in there anytime. You don't need to be a member. You can see nothing was covered up. It was always on the
Okay, so in
People's
other
Cube.
words, you're saying it was always obvious that Obama was a socialist,
Yes.
right? And you are proud of Obama's connections with Bill Ayers and people like,
Yes.
all of them, right?
Log on to the site of the party, thepeoplescube.com.
And what do you think of Van Jones?
A great man.
Join us tomorrow evening when we discuss how Rumsfeld has recently stated that Israel cannot trust the United States with information, including with what Israel plans to do with Iran. See you then.